The dog flu is hitting the Chicago area. Most recently, several pets in the west suburbs have been affected, and experts say it could turn into pneumonia and become deadly. Here to give us some more insight is Dr. Derrick Landini from Animal Art. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Where did this flu come from?
Well, they say it originated in Florida from horses. First, it was in the greyhound, the racing dogs, and back in 2004. And then it started going into our pet community, the dog community, for example. They had one case in 2005 in Miami was, I think, the first one.
I'm curious how widespread this is because our own meteorologist, Tammy Caesar, her dog actually had the dog flu, almost died from it, as a matter of fact. It was so severe. How widespread is it in our community? In
our community, well, this was the first year we ever confirmed a case in Illinois. So that was, I guess, we've seen it in other states, New York, Colorado, but for Chicago to be a big area like this, to get hit like this, is not surprising that it may sustain itself. There's a lot of hosts that are naive, a lot of dogs that are naive that haven't seen the flu yet, and therefore they're going to get infected. So about 100% of the dogs that are exposed, about 80 to 90% will get sick from this.
How are dogs getting infected?
Just direct contact with each other, the nasal discharge, the sneezing, or nose-to-nose contact. Other ways are just food bowls, water bowls, toys, sharing toys at dog parks and kennels, daycare centers.
So what is the treatment if your dog were to get the dog flu?
Usually it's treating the secondary infections that are complicating the flu. So it's a virus that usually runs its course. They're infectious for about 7 to 10 days after they come down with it. They'll shed the virus at higher levels between 2 to 4 days, and that's the real concern. Some dogs don't get sick until 4 to 5 days after they came in contact with it, but they're already shedding the virus, so therefore, these dogs are running around acting healthy and spreading the flu at the same time.
And how would you know if your dog had the dog flu? What are the symptoms?
Well, the most common symptom is a moist cough, and some of these coughs become so harsh and hard that people think their dog will literally throw up.
Also a lack of appetite, so you'll see them eating less?
Sure. Runny nose, watery eyes, less active. And then some of these cases, especially the older dogs or compromised dogs, younger dogs, become pneumonia. Not many, but some of them can.
If you feel like your dog might be infected with this, should you take him to the vet immediately?
Absolutely. I would contact your veterinarian and have them take a look at the dog, because a lot of these dogs, too, one way to prevent some of the secondary problems are having them up to date on their vaccines, the kennel cough vaccine, parainfluenza, adenovirus. Those vaccines are vaccines that we typically will vaccinate dogs that are higher risk.
What about cats?
Cats, nope, they haven't found any problems with cats at this time.
So this is isolated to dogs right now?
Dogs right now, yep.
Okay. Very good information there. Thanks so much for coming in.
You're welcome.